privilege, it's an honor to speak to all of you. If you know me, I got one rule. I'll do all the talking. You guys just say yes and no. Is that okay? Yeah. A bit louder. Is that okay? Yeah. Awesome. I know there's always new people, so I'll share a bit about my story. I came to Canada back in the year 2000 with my parents, the only child of the family. Just before we came, my family lost absolutely everything. We came to Canada with $4,000. And I remember, just to make the ends meet, my father got a job cleaning offices, and I was just 14, 15 years old. As all the teenagers were partying on the weekends, till 3, 4 a.m., I was cleaning offices with my dad. And I remember as I was doing that, in my mind, I knew I didn't come to this country, to Canada, to just have that normal life. And I built and I made a decision inside of me that I'm going to change my life and my family's life forever. And as you saw, that same kid last night crossed over $3 million of income and changed his family's life forever. And impacted so many people. So first thing, I want to thank all my team, everyone here, and all of you to be a part of this movement. So give yourself a good applause, make some noise. And I want to share with you, I started back in year 2009. And I remember I was going through a lot of tough times. I moved out of my parents' home, and I went to downtown Vancouver, and I said I'm going to open my own office, as Cameron mentioned, as an associate. I opened my own office, and I didn't have anything as backup. And my own mother was like, you know what, Dave, you're an engineer, you're leaving this for this business that we don't like, that we don't approve of, and you're going to move out of our home. We're not going to support you for the next 6 months or so. Let's see if you could do anything. And some of you might have negativity from people that you love at the beginning. Would you all agree, yes or no? Yes. Louder, yes or no? Yes. My mother was not just giving negativity, she was reverse prospecting me. She would call her friends and families like, Dave started this crazy thing, do not do anything with him. Okay? And if you heard this, you ask my mom today, she's like, no, I told Dave to do WFG. Everything changes, everything, once you find yourself and you bring blessings to your family's life. But I tell you, for a few months, as many of you might be anxious, as many of you might be nervous, I went through a lot of tough times. I worked, I ran meetings till the morning, till the night, and I was just going at it and nothing was happening, like some of you guys have that doubt. But I want you to write this down. The one thing that I did was I made an emotional decision that whatever the hell it takes, I'm going to go 100%. They have to take my dead body back to my parents' home. Are you with me? And I said I will give it everything, right? And that's what it is. When you become, many of you are immigrants, yes or no? Yes. When you come to this country, you say, I made that decision, whatever happens, I'm going to give everything I have, and there's no way I go back. Or if you have a child, you say, whatever it is, I'll do it. And that's how you got to do this business. And I remember I got to the last $20 of my pocket, a very cold night, back around 2009-10. And I had given it everything I had. I went downstairs to get some food, and I saw this homeless person sitting there, shivering. I gave that $20 to that homeless person. I came up, and I had cereal, I didn't even have milk. I had nothing left. I was nervous that night, fearful, but I knew I gave everything I had, and I left nothing. The next morning, I got a call, and I got my first paycheck of $5,400. And changed my life forever. And you can too. You don't know how close you come before you turn around. Are you with me? Yes. Are you with me? Yes. I'm going to share a couple of tips with you as I have some time. We'll go through them fast. Take the topics, take the notes, and you got to practice them on a daily basis. Skills require repetition. Master of all skills are repetition. Yes? Yes? Number one, write this down. Every day, I want you to operate out of your imagination, not your memory. Every day, be conscious of it, that you operate out of your imagination for the future, not your memory. Because when you start, you're so excited that you're going to build this business, and that's all your imagination and vision. Say yes. Yes. But you go in a few months and the mental blocks come, the memories come, Because the memory says, I've never done this, I'm not a businessman, I'm not a businesswoman, no one in my family has ever done this, and that is just a memory and a part of your mind. That's not you. Remind yourself that you're not your past, you're the vision for the future. Yes? Yes. Louder, yes? Yes. Number 2, this is a question I always get asked. Dave, how do I get to a more sophisticated market? How do I get to a better market? How do I get to a market that you have? Write this down. This is the biggest mistake you do as an entrepreneur. Lack of patience. Write this down. You don't go to the next market, you grow to the next market. Are you with me? Yes. What does that mean? If you're dealing with international students, if you're dealing with young people, that's the field that you're going to practice your butt off. Because that practice will build your confidence, will build your competence, will build your communication skills, so you grow to that next market and you get yourself going. I've been hitting the ball for 14 years. You're not going to have the same market or the people that I have in my network because I've been practicing for those many years. Does that make sense? Yes. Does that make sense? Yes. And I tell you something, you can mess it up very bad if you go for that before you're ready, right? Remember this, if you look at a tree and the fruit is not ripe, and you take that fruit, you ruined it. You pick that fruit, you ruined it forever. And you can never put it back on. Are you with me? You can never put it back on. And the last thing I'm going to share with you, write this down. In life you have a decision. That you are either the chooser or you are the choice. What do I mean by that? You either choose to become a business owner, and that means you're going to go through the up and downs. You got to go through all the no's. If you decide to be an entrepreneur and then you come and complain about I hear no's, you didn't understand what the definition of a business owner is. You got to go through all the up and downs, all the no's, all the things that you heard, the rejection, everything, because you decided to be a chooser. And if you don't do that, someone else becomes the chooser and you become the choice. You are either the chooser to build a business, to make your dreams come true, or you become a choice to help someone else's dream come true. Does that make sense to you? Does that make sense to you? And I'll finish with this, and I want you to write this down. When you get in tough times, and you say, people ask me, Dave, how did you not quit? Because I enjoy the journey of growth. Write this down. I'm not where I want to be, but I'm grateful that I'm not where I used to be. Always be grateful that you're not where you used to be, and say that to yourself every day. Thank you for giving me the opportunity to speak to you. Have a great rest of your convention. Thank you.